The Pyro in Team Fortress 2 is a support class. He plays fairly passively and protects his teams from spies and projectiles. Pyro is the ultimate example of a selfless member of the team.
You need to protect me, okay?
Have you guys ever been addicted to something before? I mean, like, so addicted you're willing to lose friendships just so that you could keep going? Whether it's alcohol, drugs, gambling, whatever it is, let me tell you. It is not as bad as running Backburner Jetpack in competitive lobbies. This weapon combination is the most potent drug I've ever had. Once you get hooked, there's almost nothing that can save you. As soon as that first smidge of dopamine hit my brain, it changed me.
Yes. Sniper sniping from cliff.
I've tried lowering my dosage, mixing up weapons to still get some of that hit, but I was always brought right back to the start. I went from being a semi-competent support pyro to being a walk-pilled feed cell overnight. Early on, I thought it wasn't going to eat away at me as much. Just one time while we're winning, right? I'll switch back to the meta loadout if we need it. Right? It always starts out innocently enough, just experimenting a bit, trying new things. That's how I started out. One night our team happened to be doing particularly well, and I thought it'd be funny to run the least meta pyro loadout. Dopamine was already high, we were rolling, so why not?
Okay, good job.
Let's go!
They didn't cap once! They didn't cap once!
Dudes!
Okay, I'm gonna be
Focus,
funny,
good.
I'm gonna be funny again.
Weren't you already funny?
Not funny
How
enough.
much funnier?
It wasn't noticeable at first, but the seed had already been planted in my brain. I mean, how could I not love this? The burst movement, the pretty numbers, all of it. After tonight, though, I was gonna switch back and play support pyro again. I can't stop that easily, right? I mean, it was working. We were winning. See? Look, listen to all that dopamine.
Let's actually sack him right now.
Heavy's dead! Heavy's dead! Sniper's dead! I was destroying with this thing. No, it couldn't just be a gimmick loadout. Maybe there was something more to this. I mean, my team wasn't complaining either, so why not keep it up? Maybe, just maybe, the competitive community was wrong about the jetpack and the backburner. As some of you may know, I'm a bit of a theory crafter. I like labbing out alternative competitive strategies and tech for underutilized weapons. So, of course, I had to take the jetpack and the backburner under my wing. Generally, my process involves equipping the weapon here and there to see where it's good and where it struggles. Then, trying to pull it out in situations where I find it is good. For this pyro loadout, I kinda did that. I mean, if I'm always using it, it means I'll find where it's good and it's bad. And maybe it's just always good. Look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm still fragging, alright? So what did I find from my research? Well, that it's good at killing people and, bombing? And sometimes our medic dies, Okay, but we're still winning. It doesn't matter if our medic dies here and there, if I'm just killing their medic too. The power I felt was unlike anything else. No teams knew how to adapt to this. I had the power to be wherever I wanted with the jetpack, and my spy knowledge really transitioned into knowing when to flank and go in.
Thank you, Cyber.
I got three!
The same spot at the same time. Every single time. Ow.
Sure, I wouldn't always get something, but when I was in position at the right time, it felt just like being a spy with a flamethrower and more health. Plus, I could just leave whenever I wanted with jetpack. This didn't seem like such a bad alternative playstyle for pyro, honestly. The aggression was very refreshing. So as long as we had better damage and offense, we should win. My team still seemed pretty content with this arrangement as well. I mean, we kept on winning, so it must have been working. We had already won one official match with this strategy, so why not keep it up? I was so confident in us winning the next official match that I actually contacted Fireside Casts and asked if they'd cast over our game. After extorting Raw for clout, they agreed and we were ready. The world was gonna get to see the fabled jetpack pyro in competitive. This wasn't just for me anymore. It was for the people. I was gonna be an inspiration. Anyways, this map was upward, and after a pretty good weekend of scrims, it was time. I even talked this up on stream before the match.
Congrats on winning the match in the future. What can you tell us about the match?
Of course.
Hey, whoa, the
yeah,
match is-
basically, I was running jetpack pyro, and I thought it was pretty funny, and yeah, I think that won us the game in the future.
Yeah,
Going into half one, I felt like we were doing pretty well. A bit of a hold up on first, but I hit some good plays with my loadout that the casters ignored.
They're able to send this in, maybe try to protect their players, but no.
Oh, we know
my
the
goodness.
Uber's come out.
The Uber. Uber comes out, but it's just too late. There's no value from it.
I
And
mean, come on, it's literally right there on stream. Oh, why did they use there? Why are they using players? I was there, it was me! Anyways, rest of the first half went okay, but we ended up losing in a pretty close round. Second half, though, we got rolled.
Like, he
There's
was
nothing they
at
can
like
do.
2 to 3 health though, but like
no,
he was getting
it's over.
beat hard.
I think the game's just over. It's over. Has no way to push this with 10 seconds.
It's
gracious.
unfortunate to get stuck on upward second, but it happens to a lot of teams.
It became pretty clear that we had a hole in our team. Were we just not coordinating enough? Did they adapt more than us? Were we just scared? Well, probably all of those, but of course I'm the one that gets all the blame. Sure, the second half might have went a bit more poorly for me too, but come on, it wasn't all me. This is a team game. After giving a sad post-game interview, my team was kinda demoralized. Raw especially was suggesting me to switch off of Jetpack. I assured him though that none of this was my fault and I had it all under control. So we'd lost. And what was I gonna do about it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it? No, it was broke, so that couldn't be the right phrase. Look, whatever, I was gonna keep using it. It works sometimes, and that's better than no times. I mean, I was getting the kills, I was setting up for pushes, but we just crumble. I don't know. But I was still doing well, so it couldn't be me, right? I mean, come on, just take a look at this clip. I start this life by taking care of the scout and soldier under before popping up to airblast the demo and going right back down to take care of the pyro. Then if we skip forward a little bit, you see I hear the call for the heavy going under and take care of him while he's barely still alive, before popping up and dealing with the soldier once again. After taking care of the soldier, I rush towards tiles and take care of the scout, and to put the cherry on top, I drop on the cart and take care of the pyro and the NG, stopping all of the cap time. Yeah, I die at the end, but that's just the most amount of value you'll ever see come out of a pyro's life. That one not enough? Okay, how about this one? Alright, so here I am again, leading a push with my combo into the enemy team. Unable to get anything immediately, but once their Uber comes out, I can just camp out behind them, and right when it ends, I coordinate with my spy to get their demo and their medic. Pretty perfect pyro play if you ask me. Okay, maybe not this way. Whoa. Alright, well how about this one? I'm in perfect position to bomb onto their hill right as their combo's walking up. And I bomb and... okay. Alright, you know what? That's fine. Bombs are destined to fail sometimes. How about this on upward last? Here I am, playing an under again. Bound to be making some chaos, right? Okay, so here I am. I'm gonna get a play in just a second. Oh. They capped and I was ignoring the objective. Oh my god, what have I done? I wasn't trying to change the meta. I was just chasing dopamine.
Cyber, we've got to talk about your addiction.
My addiction?
You're using the jetpack way too much, man.
I know. They don't know. It turns out what I wasn't seeing is that since my team was a newer team, we needed as much structure and support as possible. Because sure, while the other teams are pretty new too, it just meant too much that Spy Soldier and anyone else could just get into our medic for free. Something I hadn't mentioned up until this point was that this was a friends team I made to introduce some of my friends to competitive. So while I may have felt more comfortable and aggressive at times, my team wasn't always prepared for the fallout of my actions. Okay, you can do the Cyber. It's just like what you've played before. I really didn't realize how difficult it would be to part with my loadout. Anytime I swapped off, I'd just throw myself into combat and swap back onto the jetpack after I fed. So I went for a compromise. Just like smokers use nicotine patches, I was only going to use half of my normal dosage. I decided to ease myself back. I'd throw less by only using either the back burner or the thruster at different times. And this honestly helped. I was getting my dopamine, but it forced me to play with my team more. I was getting better. For the officials though, my team wanted me to be fully sober, which was going to be difficult to say the least. My first one was on Prute, and we as a team did very well, and actually won by a lot, so obviously I'd be happy about this, right? Sure we won, but that was the worst experience of my life. No power, no speed, no dopamine. Could only do my job in the corner as I hoped our team was winning. I honestly don't know what it was about this game. I played well, everyone played well, but I still ranted about how that was the worst game of my life to my team, souring the celebrations a bit.
Can you heal your pyro?
We
He's at,
just
like,
need
I've
heals
been
and
at
we can
low
get
health
them.
for like 10 years trying to protect our medic. So yeah, I may not have been taking this the best. The next weekend was more of the same. Halvesies on the weekend with fullsies sometimes, but mostly halvesies. It was honestly working pretty well with the degreaser here. Anytime I saw the spy, I'd just bomb him, kill him, and jetpack back to the combo. He even rage quit in a competitive game. He left the game.
Get some ammo.
He left
Why,
the
what's up with
game.
that?
The game.
What?
The degreaser was actually growing on me a lot. The switch speed was really nice to counteract the slow deploy speed in the jetpack. This week I tried staying supportive and just using the jetpack to move and chase. It almost gave me hope for the jetpack again. Hey, whoa, no, not this again. Anyways, for the official, I really had to lock in. This was the best team in the division, and the win would be really hard to squeeze out. This time I was ready though, and we weren't gonna lose this one while I was playing normal.
Okay, we can play it. I know, what are you doing? Go aggro off. Oh, this is right side. Go. Wait. Watch out for soldier right here. Yeah, that's right. Go forward. Can you try? Oh my god. Someone just died.
I forced him.
Nice. What the fuck?
Huh? Oh, hi Tori. How long was I out? Did we win? And why did we live on CP Manor event?
We lost one, won the other.
What do you mean, other? Oh wow, we won one, really?
You ran Backburner Jetpack for the entire Vigil official too.
So I was out for 2 weeks?
And our first half of Steel Scrims.
Oh god, it's Steel Week. Okay, let's do this. So yeah, I may have ended up doing 2 weeks of Backburner Jetpack, and it may have worked for 1 week for some reason. Maybe it really is meta. No, stop bad. No, it's not meta, and I'm hurting my team by running it. I can't be giving into these little bits of dopamine, no matter how impressive they may be. Just because drinking and driving is fun and awesome doesn't mean you should do it, right? At the very least, I didn't throw away an official completely. We were still in it for playoffs. All I have to do is resist gimmicking for our Steel official and play.
Demo's weak. Sniper upper, kill them. So
Oh my
god, what the fuck?
Shoot at me! Shoot at them! Where's our team? Where's our team? Shoot at them! Yeah, so we actually didn't win Steel. I mean, it wasn't bad. Okay, maybe it was a little bad, but I just wasn't the consistent support and defense I needed to be. I mean, I was running the right loadouts most of the time, but I still had a few moments where my addiction shone through. It was okay though. I'd have another week of practice on my recovery from backburner thrasteritis, and we'd get to face the same team that beat us on Steel. No matter what was going to happen, I was going to prove to my team and to everyone that I could do it. I could finally overcome my addiction. So after a few conversion therapy footage reviews,
Up with the guy. Yep, only one angle being pushed. Hyper Wizard running it up.
I did it. I finally fit like a puzzle piece right back into my team during scrims. Plus, I actually had a tangible effect on the game. I was even enjoying it a little bit. I felt like I'd broken free completely. This renewed sense of purpose wouldn't be enough to win the game though. We were gonna actually have to play as a team for the first time in our entire season. And well, let me just start by showing you how it went. They chose Vigil as their first map and we chose Upward. Both very defensive maps, which would be good for us if we played together well. And played together well we did. Instead of us all playing for frags and hero plays to try to clean up for our disconnectedness, everyone was respecting their role in the game. This improvement wasn't just from me, but from our whole team. We had significantly less deaths than we ever had, and our defensive holds lasted for ages. Could this have been a result of me finally playing more supportively? Was I not only keeping more people alive, but exemplifying them to hold back their aggressive tendencies? I don't know, maybe. I don't want to give myself that much credit, but things were going really well.
Analyzing. Pyro chasing spy. No one watching card. No one protecting medic. Hold W.
Wait, what? No, stop! You'll feed! You won't get anything! What are you doing? I forced them!
Oh, nice, okay.
Huh? How? Could aggression and gimmick somehow be good in moderation? It couldn't have just been a fluke, right? Now, it wouldn't be right to run Jetpack in playoffs, but maybe, just maybe I could make something happen. They're spamming our gun.
Look behind them in tiles. Have you be ready to deny jump?
Soldiers weak.
Have you get ready to
spy
deny
at spawn.
jump,
Spy under right now, going to stairs.
Oh. Sniper's big door. Decloaking sniper in 3.
My dispenser's down, by the way.
Sniper's dead.
Nice.
They took a lot of damage in tiles.
Oh, they died.
Huge. Oh my god, I was actually making it work. I'm actually thinking about where good places would be to be aggressive and what good times would be to use an off-meta loadout. I could swap between aggro and defense perfectly. We could win.
Cyber, get off Jetpack.
No. So that wasn't me, alright. But you know what? We played well. The best our team's ever played. And I actually used some strategy behind my weapon swaps when I played offensively. So if this season's taught me anything, it's that drugs are okay sometimes. Okay, but for real though, I've always been someone who's advocated for meta diversity and playing the game how you want to play it. So getting to play the game like this was very fun and interesting for me. It can just be hard to draw the line between personal enjoyment and team enjoyment, and that's one of the difficulties that comes with trying to change the meta in a game like Team Fortress 2. A lot of times you've got to get basically your entire team in on something like this, especially with a class like Pyro that's so supportive and so many classes rely on them. So even if we didn't win the season, and my teammates weren't always the most pleased with me, I think I'm glad that I had teammates to let me do that in the first place. And I was still able to find some pretty good situations where either weapon could work out in. So I think I'd call that all a win at the end of the day. Anyways though, I hope this can encourage some competitive players, even some non-competitive players, to go out there and see if you can make something new work. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to go out there and change the meta. And if you don't, well, you'll still learn a lot more about the game and your class's role in it. Hello, thank you guys for watching. Before the video ends, I wanted to go over a couple things quickly. First up, if you're interested in competitive Team Fortress 2 or want to try it for yourself, you can go ahead and join the Discord server down in the description that's called Wizard Pugs, and you can play with other people who are also interested in competitive Team Fortress 2 there. Next up, if you're interested in getting coached for competitive Team Fortress 2 or just want to see behind the scenes on my video, you can go ahead and go to my Patreon and donate and support me a little bit there. And finally, big thank you to everybody on the screen here for either just giving me some support and feedback on my video, or if your name's FireWizard or China, thank you for being very dedicated and consistent Patreon supporters, despite the lack of content. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video there. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.